trash, I won't pop back, cause they want that. Type in all caps and it's all cap, fall back. I get called whack, no response track. Put the bomb back, suck my ball sack, probably want that. Ew.
Hey, give me all the hate. You know how it go online, ain't nobody safe. Like, hey, see me face to face, probably want an autograph and brag about it for days. Like, hey, biting my tongue, you want your 50 minutes, boy, but I ain't the one. Like, hey, we don't get along, but I ain't making you famous saying your name in the song.
Let 'em
Like,
talk trash, I won't pop back, cause they want that. Type in all caps and it's all cap, fall back. I get called whack, no response track. Put the bomb back, suck my ball sack, probably want that. Ew.
What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your girl Lacey, here with your girl Carol with an E.
Hey guys, that's me.
And we have a special guest with us today.
The one, the only, Nelson from Thoughts of a Predicate Winner is in the house.
You know that Thoughts
Thank
of a
y'all,
Predicate
thank
Winner guy.
That guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the first time we talked to you, that's what we were like, you know, Thoughts of a Predicate Winner guy.
That guy.
That guy.
Yeah, that's what Simple Man called me one time too. He was like,
Yeah.
"Man, I like that what is it? That predicate winner guy. I like him."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. We're like, okay.
So
What's
funny.
up? What's up, chat? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, welcome.
What's good? What's
Sorry-
good?
Sorry we're a little bit late, but you know how it goes.
Wouldn't be speaking lyrics if we was on time.
Hell no. We like to be fashionably late up in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost all the time.
Let it cook. Let it cook.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yes, hello, Sonia.
Sonia, what's
And
up?
everybody. Hello,
Amy
everybody.
in the house.
Amy. That's what Tom calls Amy because it has an E on it. He's like, every time I look at it, it like sounds like Amy.
Am yay.
So now it's just we just now just call her Amy.
Well, now, so I call her Corolla and Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Because that's
dope.
what Nova calls her.
Yeah, she
Corolla.
called me Caroli.
Oh, Corolli, yeah.
Caroli.
Silver said, "Why is he covering the suit?" What's up, Silver?
Yeah, don't cover the swoop, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's
All right,
hilarious.
guys. So, if you clicked and you saw, you kind of know what we're going to talk about today. And speaking of it, we already had one person leave, and this is where it's kind of stemming from when we asked this question.
Yeah.
So, we've had some reactors. I'm not gonna name names. You can read it. Showing their true colors lately, just because they don't like the songs that apparently have them triggered. Tom and Nova are suddenly grifters.
Yeah.
So, the question is Tom a grifter?
Yeah.
What do you consider a grifter? You know,
I don't-
is he an actual grifter?
I don't think that Tom is a grifter. I think that anybody who's like, this is what I would consider it. If you go against what you believe is right in order to sell a product and you stamp it like it's what you believe in, even though you don't believe in it,
Yep.
for clicks, views, money, whatever, I would consider that grifting.
I agree.
I don't believe that Tom is a grifter. I believe that he is passionate about his craft, and I consider Tom a lifter. I like that. He is
I like
he is a
it.
lifter. But nah, man. But I do think that
Yeah.
I do think that a lot of the fans, a lot of the Hangover Gang fans, like with my past reaction, the reaction that I just did, I think that a lot of them were real angry at me just for not liking the song, even though I consistently said over and over again, like, yo, I love him. I love all of his music. This one isn't the one that resonates with me or whatever. And I found it, I guess you would just have to question his intent, right? Like, to me, Tom's intent is to passionately drive the art that he cares about forward. And that's just what it is right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're not going to resonate with the next one or the one before it. And if his intent is to passionately carry out the art that he presents and that he cherishes and he holds near to his heart,
Yeah.
you can't be a grifter. That's your reality. That's what you really believe in. And I give him the benefit of the doubt there. I really believe that's what he thinks or what he
Yeah.
believes in.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, like, and as we were kind of talking backstage before we came on, like, if really, if everybody who talks about politics, like online, can, you know, just commentators or other artists or whatever, that would mean that all of them are grifting. Like,
Right.
I mean, because like, why is Tom the only one who is like a grifter? In like, he's the only one who says like, or he doesn't believe what he says, is what they're basically saying. Everybody else, yes, but not him. And is it like, so it's really, they don't like him, so they want to call him a grifter because they don't like the type of music he makes or whatever. But that's an inaccurate statement, because then everybody technically would be grifters. Everybody talks about politics and gets clicks and views off of it, but that's like, because their goal is to spread a message. And I mean, it's like, it is what it is, right? The goal is to get people to click on your video, to watch your live stream, to whatever it is, to buy your product, whatever it is. And, I don't think Tom isn't somebody who would try and sell something he didn't believe in.
Right. 100%.
You know what I mean? And he's been too consistent from the very beginning overall. It's just been just like the rest of us, you know, as we see things happen, as events happen and unfold, our views and stances can shift based on what happens, right? Like, it's the back and the forth. And so, like, you can clearly see, if you watch Tom's like political like songs, say just in a row, like just those out of his catalog in a row, you will see the slight shift as each song goes on, of like acknowledging what's happening in the world more, leaning a little bit more conservatively, and kind of finding himself more in that, like believing in those values, because those most reflect his values at the time. And to me, I feel like I've said that some of the left moves so far left that it made a lot of us look much further right than really we're more in the center, you know. And Tom's the same way. Like, Tom doesn't care if you're gay or you're trans or any of those things. He literally says it in equality. He would never judge you, or doesn't care about like what race you are, or religion, any of that stuff, as long as you're a good person, as long as you got good character, you're not out here committing crimes and stuff. So like, he's very much in the middle. You can be gay, you can be trans, whatever, but yeah, we don't really want biological men to play in female sports or necessarily be in the locker room, especially if you're not like very passing, right? Like someone like Blair White going into I said this just the other day. Last night. Blair White did a video where, do you know who Blair White is? Yeah. She went into a men's bathroom, right? Like everybody wants, and she got kicked out. So it's like, we have to have grace for those people, because Blair is fucking hot. Like, Blair looks like a chick. I can say she all the time, because to me, that's visually what my brain is perceiving, right? Whether or not genetically or biologically, you know, Blair's a man, obviously, and she says that. But to me, I can't even say he, because it feels wrong, because to me that looks like a female, right? And so it just, all of that really to say that I believe that you can see Tom's natural organic progression through politics, and his music just reflects that, because he makes music about things he cares about. And so to me, he's not a fucking grifter.
If you are going to call him a grifter, how do you explain a song like Equality? Right in the middle of everything. Like, and that was such a refreshing joint to me. I was in love with that record, because that came out before the album did.
Me too.
And I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, this is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
But you got to also understand.
You said that in your reaction.
Yeah, and he can't appease everybody. But the crazy part is that if we're talking about grifting, as reactors, we have a responsibility. In my heart of hearts, I really believe that. And in this responsibility, if I was to say, man, I love this Tom record, when I don't, and it doesn't resonate with me, then I'm grifting. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I have to be honest, but for me, it's always going to be about the art. You know what I mean? It's never going to be about the person, and I wish that people could understand that. I do, but
yeah, because it's not always it isn't about them. It's not a personal. If you're just listening to a song and you're basing it just on what you're hearing, for one, do you like the beat? You know, is the words resonating with you in some way? Did you care for the actual message in the song? There's lots of things that go into when you are looking and reviewing a song to say, yes, I like this song, or yes, it might be this, or yes, it might be that. I can listen to a song that has a hard ass beat and can't stand the message behind the song. Does that make it a good song to me? No, because I don't understand. Like, I'm not picking up on the message, or I don't agree with whatever is being said at that moment. That doesn't mean that person is bad. It means I don't like that song.
Right. I just went through this earlier with, I did a 501 Bright. Y'all know 501?
Yeah.
I just did a reaction to one of his newer songs earlier. And I talked about that in the reaction too, where I was like, this is a bop. This sounds great. I love this record, but I don't resonate with like recycling women and this, that. And so I was like, so on the low, I kind of want him to just find one woman and like hold her down. But that's, and people also got to realize like we're doing this in real time. It's freestyling. We never have like a planned, especially for first time reactions. Right. You're really getting the real deal, right? So I don't know, man.
You're getting the raw right then.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're gonna know if I don't like a song, like right away.
What am I supposed to? How am I gonna lie? I can't lie to you about
my face will just.
Well, that's even what I said when I messaged you after I watched your reaction was like, I really appreciate, like, because I knew from the jump, though, that this was not going to be, like, your track. Like, that you wouldn't, I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just, it's not, like, you are a rap guy, first of all. And I know that this was, and, like, not overly political, or, like, not that you don't like to talk about necessarily politics, but, like, don't really want it in the music, necessarily. Right. Which I don't know if that's kind of shifted for you. I know you said that before. I don't know if maybe it's changed virtually a little bit, but
not really. I mean,
yeah.
I'll try to appreciate the art no matter what. And like I said, like with equality, that's political. You know what I mean? I rock. The devil is a Democrat. That's an even better example.
Yes.
If it's hard, it's hard. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It just is what it is.
I love that song. Like, that's one of my all-time favorite Tom beats that he's ever made. Is that beat? It's actually on right now. It's the background music.
So, and
I just took out the vocals.
I want to go back to something real quick, just because you said something, and you were talking about listening to and watching, like when Tom, like the evolution of how things went with Tom and the politics in his song. Here's the thing, my personal opinion: Tom is he's been center for a long time and always leaned right. Okay, I believe that a lot of his songs, the way they're worded and constructed, makes you to believe that way. Okay, but he still kind of took this center ground. And I think that it really wasn't until the attempted assassination on Trump that then he was like, you know what, I'm tired of saying, you know, I think that he tried to be new. I think he was trying to be more neutral, poke the bear without poking too hard, if that makes sense. I'm gonna push, but I'm not going to push too hard. So then he was like doing a political song because everybody wants the political songs and this is what they want from Tom. So I'm going to give you this political song and I'm going to talk about this particular topic, but I'm going to take kind of this central stance, you know, or whatever it might be. Or I'm going to tell you where I lean a little bit on one way or another.
Yeah.
He's always said the same things when it came to, you know, transgender. He's always talked about this, like this, he never changed where he stood. You know what I mean? But he definitely, I think gloves came off, you know, after the whole Trump thing happened. Miss came out, and then he was fucking tired of Newsom, and gloves came off, and devil was the Democrat. Here we are, you know. And so I think it's just there was an evolution, but I think that he's always stayed consistent to who he was the entire time. You know, I think he's always just been Tom this whole way. He's always been this, and I still think he's kind of the center being, and just leans more right.
Yeah,
you know. And then you have somebody like an Adam Calhoun who is definitely conservative, not afraid to say he's conservative. You know, and will, you know, 10 toes down, just, you know, be conservative, and he doesn't give a shit and doesn't care whose feelings he hurts in that process. Like, that's just how Calhoun is. But I get really pissed when people talk, because, and not only that, they want to call him a grifter because he's from Canada, and he's talking about American politics.
Yeah.
And
well, he lives here.
I'm like,
so.
he's lived here for 10 years. He pays taxes here, and I'm pretty sure his dual citizenship went through.
So, bro, if you lived here for 6 months, you're an American now. You know what I mean? Like, if you came through the right way or whatever. Like, if you're here, I'll listen to what you got to say. You live here. You know what I mean?
Yes, and that's one of the things, like, that is the most, so I can get triggered when it comes to talking about Tom, but if you want to see Carol's fucking head fly off her head, like, just pop. Talk about him being Canadian.
Carol's gonna have something to say about
like,
this one.
Adam is coming around.
J. Kaz, 420. He likes weed. Oh, wow. Hot Charlie Kirk trash. All right, man. Adam is coming around and seeing through the crap this government is doing. Well, I will say, I I I lean in the middle because I have trust issues on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I do
Same.
understand. I do understand like why people think the way that they think, but I gotta say, bro, the left. This is the issue. The center leaning left, like the guy that I do a podcast with, and all the different liberals that you might talk to, they they really are under the assumption that that group of psychopath lefties is small, and I'm like, I think it's a much bigger problem than what y'all realize this that it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so where do you want Adam to go? You know what I mean? He ain't going to the left.
Right. Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. And I'm just gonna
Oh, I have something to say about this one.
he bitches about the left, but chooses to stay in the worst state in the union for leftist chaos. Weird.
It's a business choice.
And
He-
it is.
yeah,
I was
bro,
getting ready to
he-
say that for a long time. Actually,
Well,
they couldn't move
two
because of
reasons.
Nova, and she was signed to a label and had to be anyway.
Yeah.
So there was that, and that just ended. And then it's much. You know, you think it's much easier to just pick up and leave and go wherever it is it might be, but
Well, and not just that,
they have
but
roots
like
there right now.
well, and it's
So-
much easier to find locations to film. Like they're so they're hours away from like LA, but like there's just way more options for what they do. It's more beneficial to stay there. And the second reason also, it's fucking beautiful there. I've been to California twice. It's beautiful. It's
he
not the
likes climbing the
state.
mountains
It's
and
not the
stuff.
land's fault. It's not the land's fault, right? The land is still beautiful and stuff, but like really where else is he gonna go that he can have access to all the filming type stuff he might need, and like the shopping and stuff? Like it's a cool place. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in LA. I would live outside of it like he does, but like where he chooses to live, I mean, where are you gonna go? Every big major city is virtually a liberal city anyway, so like what are you really escaping?
And to Silver is my dog, by the way. Like he's like
Yeah.
my literal friend. But bro, I don't think that he's not bitching about the left. This is, I will say, what my gripe is with Tom, and I would tell him this to his face, is that he's sitting on fire. He's sitting on a gold mine. And I don't understand the logic, but he's way smarter than I am with how he runs his business. Obviously, he's a powerhouse independent. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just a reactor from Savannah, Georgia. But he sits on this gold mine full of great music, right? And he sells it, and the only people that get to hear it are the people that buy it. And the people that are buying it are the super hangover gang people, you know what I mean? And the kind of people that let me see if I can get this out right. The kind of people that would love the song that he just did are the ones that are buying the album. But the album is full of music that people that like hip hop culture would love. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, that's why I want him to release all that greatness that's on these
Yeah.
albums, because people think that all, like Silver right there, all he does is bitch about the left. No, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's just simply not true.
So
Like,
I have a theory.
and that drives me crazy.
Yeah. So, because because those songs are only on, oh, he has a client. I'll wait. Well, I'm pretty sure he said we'd still be in the air, so he can kind of hear what's going on. So I'll say what I was gonna say, and then when he comes back, but, so like, Tom's albums still sell, right? So if he were to release everything digitally right now, less people are going to buy albums because now they're available digitally, right? So if you keep those songs on albums, every time he releases a new album or merch store, people go, they see he has these big album packs, and they will still buy the physical copy albums. Okay, so that in itself is just, it comes down to profit, right? Because he can probably make much more doing that than he can on just streams alone digitally, because they don't really pay like a shit ton. But, you know, I mean, he could probably go either way. What I would assume he was going to do is that when he does get ready to kind of like retire for the most part and just keep like a steady income, then he will probably still release music here and there, but I think he would just release it digitally from there and not really mess with a lot of the back end stuff anymore. But I think as long as his albums are still selling physically, you get more money for that than necessarily streaming. But You know, so I think eventually they will be digitally.
I want to
Digital.
address a
Yes, where-
comment. This one.
This one.
Yeah, I want to address this comment. So what happened to Tom saying me versus you? What they want is us versus them. That Tom is now gone. The Tom is now gone. Okay, the Tom I think it gotten. The Tom that we
That
have.
version
gone.
of Tom.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone. Okay, and now all right. I see what I see.
He's not.
and he's now MAGA. So that
He said mega.
this is.
He
okay.
is mega.
Yeah.
He,
Sorry,
yeah,
I
he's
was
looking
like-
buff, and that was a
Yeah.
vlog. I was like, "Damn, bro, you've been hitting the bench press again."
He is
I got
definitely
half
not.
naked pictures of him in my phone.
He's definitely.
Is that weird? It's because we talk about the gym. See, like, show.
Oh
it's-
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, he's ripped. He's huge.
No, he
Pause.
is for sure. He would agree on both accounts.
Oh my God! Just stop it.
He
Anyways,
literally just said it again.
okay, we're deflecting from the thing I want to say. Anyhow, Tom is not MAGA. Okay, let's get that straight. Just because somebody might support Donald Trump doesn't mean that they are MAGA. All right, there's a difference. All right, so to me, somebody that is MAGA is very much into Trump, very much about everything he says, very much all. You know, I don't think that's to me is Trump. So I voted for Trump. Does that make me MAGA?
No,
Like,
that's what I was about to say. I don't think
I'm
any
not-
of us are
same.
like MAGA people. I'm
No, not
definitely
at
not
all.
a MAGA person.
I'm definitely not MAGA.
Not super
Yeah.
happy at all with the way Trump's been running the country, but I still
No.
understand why people lean conservative.
No, I mean, I know,
Come on, bro.
some dope people who are like would consider themselves MAGA, but like, there's like a pretty big chunk of MAGA that I see now are kind of just as extreme as the left sometimes, and just as like intolerant, right?
Can I address this too, Lacey? Silver's comment is true. His
Yeah.
promo about bitching to the left, almost all of them. I don't think. All right, so even if we say like, all right, I can't say he's bitching about the left. I can say that he's defending himself 90% of the time in his promos, and that's what a lot of people don't get too, right? Like, I didn't know this until after I had done my reaction, but the last video, it might have swayed me a little bit more if I would have known this is like Bruce Springsteen clapback. I still would have preferred Badmouth or something like that. And I am sick of hearing politics and music. There's no huffing around that. That song just isn't for me. But I don't think that he's bitching about the left to make money. I think it's either A, he's clapping back, right? Because that motivates you and it pushes you, or B, he's just, bro, especially in the promotion or the promos and stuff like that, it's smart, bro. It's just smart, because what you
Right.
do when you do that is you get a bunch of people to latch onto you to say, oh, he's ride or die. I'm buying this album. I'm watching
Yeah.
this video. And he's smart like that. That doesn't make
Right.
him a grifter, though. It
That
just
makes
makes him
a marketing
smart
genius.
It's
businessman.
marketing. Yes,
It's all marketing.
Correct.
Yes, and because of the amount of Tom still
Yeah.
get you know, even like these are his beliefs, and people get hated for their beliefs all the time, right?
Yeah.
He puts it out for the world to see. You know, if you want to know how Tom even
Facts.
came up with "Devil's a Democrat" or why he does a song a certain way, or what has him write a song and why. If you haven't done so, go watch our interview with Tom. He addresses
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if you haven't seen it, he will address that issue. So, so anybody too that wants to call Tom a grifter, again, go watch our interview and you'll see, because he tells you exactly what's happening. Tom honestly gives no shits
Yeah.
whether you like him, don't like him, or indifferent. Okay, he doesn't care. So here, the difference
Which
is,
drives me crazy. I wish he cared a little bit more about the
Yeah,
people
but
that don't
he-
like him, but it is what it
he-
is. And
I
I
don't
and I
know
do
how he
respect him for it.
doesn't.
but here's the
I know,
thing: those
drives me
same
nuts.
people,
I care.
those some people that hate him, though, that's why his videos get 1 million views
No, it's true.
you know, in a 24-hour
is.
period. Why? Because they want to go watch and see what
Engagement.
he has to say now. You know,
Because they're
so,
interested. They're
Yeah,
intrigued.
correct.
Well, they'll watch it, right? And then they'll go in the comment section and they'll say something, and then they'll also like talk shit to other people in the comment. And so a lot of people don't know, but like the more comments you have dropping on a video, the more engagement the video gets. That's what populates it more into people's feeds. And
Right.
so the more you that's why you, like they say, haters are your biggest fans, because really everything they do to hate on you actually only makes you bigger, right? Like, because Tom's fans,
And-
some will listen to the video multiple times, right? But some people are just going to go watch the video for the one time and then maybe download the song and never watch the video again. You know what I mean?
Right.
But haters, they'll start going into reactors who are reacting to that song, and they want to let them know how much they hate that damn song, right? And then they're gonna go at it with it, so they don't realize they're just making everyone bigger.
Right.
Like, they're
And
only
you don't
helping.
want what's the point of a reactor if everything is just gold and awesome and no gripes, no complaints. But I would like to also talk about Tom's that first single that got him popping. I'm having a brain fart and can't remember
Dear
the name
Rappers?
of it.
Dear
the
Rappers.
refrigerator. Yeah. So like I want y'all to think about when he does Dear Rappers. And you can tell that it comes from this genuine place, and it comes from a place of like I used to look up to these people, and
Yeah.
I wanted to embrace the art form that you presented to me because I felt that relatability and wanted to climb out of this hole that I was in, and you were my superheroes at one point, and as I grow and I watch your behavioral issues, I started to see that you're not heroic. You're
Right.
literally like, and I want people to think about how much that would break your heart if you looked up to somebody and it's like me with 50 Cent. Like I love 50 Cent. And if I met him and he was just the opposite of everything that I thought he would be, that would break my heart. You know what I mean? And it would make me feel away. And I would do whatever I could in my position to try to make sure that other people don't look up to him in that same way. You understand what I'm saying? So like with that comes like if the whole rap industry, which grosses me out, makes me sick to my stomach, but if the entire rap industry is on this political wave and instead of being against the system they've decided to team up with the left, I don't really see what the big deal is about somebody, you know what, everything that y'all showed me leading up to this has been wrong, so I'm taking the opposite approach. I don't see what's wrong with that.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Boom Room says his image shows me Democrat while his lips say Republican is my problem with this artist from Canada.
I don't get it.
Well, I think they're saying like because his image doesn't match what's coming out of his mouth, they have a problem with that. Which sounds like a you problem.
That's definitely a you problem.
Yeah.
And Tom might have been from Canada, but he's American now.
Yeah. No.
And then JCaz 420 smoked a little too much reefer. He says stop because and I'm just saying that because the amount of typos in his messages are like cracking me up. Stop deflect. Why you support a pedo is beyond me. Thank you, Adam, for seeing through the NS. The NS?
Nonsense, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe
What
so.
happened to BS, bruh? You know, that's...
And I will say, I also will say that I understand why people who don't know Tom and who don't know his catalog would look at something like what just came out and think to themselves, that's a grifter. I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's due to a bunch of people that aren't doing their due diligence, which it's not really incumbent upon them to do so.
Right.
But if you're going to have a voice in it and you're going to talk about it, you should do a little bit of research. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Otherwise it's just an opinion, which is like an asshole, and everybody has one. You know.
I know. And it kills me too that they can't see his whole catalog, because there's so many times people are like, all he does is political music, and I'm like, no, it really isn't. I promise you, you just don't know. It's like,
God dang it, dude!
and
That
there's
double
so
disc
many
album.
good songs.
So that I can't believe how good that album is. I can't say it enough. Like, but y'all want to know what else is crazy?
Yeah.
I do like a reaction, like a album review for that album, right? And I don't know, it's not crazy less, but it's just got like way less views than like a reaction to one of these, like the song that I just did.
Right.
So my point being is like the people who don't have the music don't know about it, and they're not gonna know about it.
Yeah.
So I feel privileged in a way that I have that, and it's like, man, this is dope. I wish that he would drop this on everybody's head tops. I wish that he would do your idea of guest in hip hop. I think that that's amazing. I would love to see a Bad Mouth video, but that's just not where his heart is in terms of what he wants to put out for the world to see. And who am I?
No, yeah, but but that's the frustrating part, is because I think because we know how good he is. We know how he has these awesome banger songs, and I hate that there's some people that I can't say when people say oh, he can't rap or whatever, and be like, let me show you this song. You know what I mean?
He can rap.
He can fucking rap, and like
He can rap his ass off.
and it's like you can't show them the song because they're not released, and damn it.
Yeah. No, it is. It's frustrating.
I
What's
hate
this one
it, but
say?
I also love it too. Honestly, I believe that people do not want to see him as a human being. They want to see him as a person who's on a pedestal. He's not MAGA. He is about right and wrong, as well as Adam Calhoun.
I would
Amen.
agree with that. I would agree with that. And I say the same thing. Hold on, this is important. I say the same thing. I understand why people don't like Eminem. I feel like Eminem did that to himself with like cutting off, like, if y'all voted for this dude, y'all are over here. And even after the apology, which was like a half-assed apology that he did, I understand why people feel the way they feel about him. But I do feel like it's largely the same, where it's like whatever controversy you get wrapped up in is what it's almost like that's what your personality shines as, and that's what people associate you with, and it's hard to escape it. And I feel like I feel like Tom has just learned to embrace it in a way that he can still be himself, still put out the music he wants to put out. And I'm just not mad at that. I don't know how people, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know how people can be mad at that on either side. Like, it's crazy to me.
I don't know. And it's just like, I understand people not, like, if they just don't genuinely like the music, it's not their thing. Cool, whatever. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
everything I hear either. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything that Tom says either.
Yeah,
Like-
there's just
Yeah.
such a crazy like hate for him that is I just think unreasonable. Like, okay, you don't like his political opinion, but so don't pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you don't see it. You never know what's even happening.
good
How does
point.
it ever affect your life? So like, what is it about him? And just like, there's tons of people that piss people off and say offensive shit. So like, what is it about him that is like inspiring so much unnecessary hate? Is it because he's a white rapper and because he's at the top of the independent game? Is it because he doesn't conform to like the typical like mainstream, you know, rap requirements or whatever? Like,
Yes.
but it's just
that
like,
is
and then
why.
it makes me think of guest in hip hop, like you just said, where it's like, yo, like, I'm not a guest. I didn't even ask for a fucking invitation. Like, I'm gonna do my
Yeah.
thing right here, you know, like
cook me
whatever.
a
but,
Hold on a
like,
second. Time out for just
Yeah.
a second. I need to approach this guy because
This
he's
one?
really starting to piss me off. So,
which one? This one?
yeah, I mean, I don't care which one you put up. Listen, for one, I want to ask you a question. You know, you're in here and you're spewing a lot at your mouth, okay? For one, I'm not deflecting anything. No one's deflecting. We're answering the questions and having a cordial conversation with one another and interacting with
Yeah.
the chat. And you've been nothing but an ass. So I'm
Yeah.
going to call that out. A spade is a spade.
Well, and also like
All right.
because this is about Tom and his music and like him, his character and stuff like that. I don't want to answer that other question and get off on a tangent about what you think about Trump or all that stuff. That's not what this is about. So I'm trying to I'm not deflecting. I'm just ignoring it because it doesn't line up with what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Unfortunately,
Thank
it's not your show, Bubba.
Yeah.
Right.
And then over here, he said, oh, and he's not his whole songs about Trump. No. His whole songs are about nothing but political. No. I have been listening to him for 7 years. Look how he switched up from sad rappers. I mean, should we go through like Stronger Version, Fighter, Riot, Angels?
There's so many.
I don't
So
care.
hold on a second.
No response. Don't look down.
You've been listening to Tom for 7 years now, and you very much are coming across as a hater. So we're gonna go ahead and again call
Obsessed.
that. But have you
Obsessed fan.
have you ever actually had a conversation with Tom MacDonald yourself? Have you yourself talked to him?
In 7 years? No.
Have you spoke to
Guarantee
him?
not.
You know, because people always want to run at their yip. You know, and you have all your opinions, but he will want you back up what you're stating, right? What you're telling me is just, oh, Tom does this, Tom does that. Well, duh, we know that. We know that Tom makes political music. Is all of it political? No, but we know that he does. We know that he will use a political clip or whatever it might be to promote said video. But why does he have 5 million subscribers? Why?
5 point.
Why does he have that? Because he's good at marketing. Okay?
That's insane.
So, I mean, it's just,
Can't have
it
your
drives
cake
me
and eat it
crazy.
too. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, buddy, I sure can.
Look,
I know how to make it.
MAGA. That's a third time you done spelled it wrong. MAGA. Get it right. I'm tired of reading mega. Nobody's a mega.
All right, so now I'm going to move on, and I'm going to just simply now ignore comments, and one of my mods just deal with it because I'm done. All right. So.
Is
Wait,
this dude
what
a
did he
bot?
just say?
Who's he even talking to?
Is he talking about my wife? I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
It's cool. I don't
Oh, like what? I like what's there's. Yeah, hit the
y'all
like.
hit the like button. What
Yeah.
up, Silver? But I want. Oh, I shared a view with Tom, and the whole thing he talked about the whole time was pretty much
What?
boring.
No, he didn't.
No,
So
he
that's
didn't?
how I know
All
you
right.
didn't watch it. We're moving on.
Yeah, we're letting
Can
him
somebody
control
just
the interview.
time
Or
That's
out?
the
true.
thing.
That's true. Screw that dude.
Yeah,
Hey, can
it's all
somebody
good.
just zap his ass? Can we get a zap, please? Can we tap
But I
that
will
ass with
say,
a zap
like,
zap?
Robin.
if it was me and I didn't know anything about Tom, but I saw comments like that were saying you should hate Tom and all this about Tom, it would just immediately make me like Tom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's super lame, bro. Like you're in a comment, oh man, in a comment section for this long. If I completely disagree with everything in a video, I'm
Why are
leaving
you
after
here?
30 seconds, bro. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. So,
Yeah,
but it's
that's
all
some
good.
wild shit, but
And you do sound obsessed. It sounds like you.
this is quite
Crazy
Yeah.
actually,
obsessed.
like damn.
A little much.
Yeah.
All right, so because now
So, yeah.
it's literally pulled focus, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to reel the whole thing back in. Like the hell just happened?
That's
We need to
attention.
etch a
That's
sketch-
some definitely
just
some
etch a
attention.
sketch just
Get 'em,
moving.
girls.
Like,
Get him.
Just cut him off.
just,
Cut him off, please.
Silver
I'm
said every
tolerant.
chat needs a good hater. That's facts, though. Silver said every chat needs a good hater.
That's
We
true,
just gotta
that's true.
ignore him.
He
You
just
know?
distracted us for like
Yeah.
a hot minute.
Look, I was ignoring and ignoring and ignoring, and I just no longer
He was
could
like,
ignore.
look at me, pick me, pick me.
He definitely had pick me syndrome.
Yeah.
All right.
Tiny eggplant pick me syndrome.
All right, so we're now moving on. So we were back to Tom MacDonald, and you were saying something, and it was it
Yeah.
sounded important, and I don't know. it
Well,
just fucking pissed me off.
I do think that a lot of people try to associate an artist by their fan base, right? So like, let's take this off of Tom and Hangover Gang for a minute. Like you look at like the stands, the super crazy Eminem fans, and or you look at like the super stan Kendrick fans or the super stan Kanye West fans, whoever you want to put there. You can say any artist in the world. The fans that flock to them the most, where they can do no wrong, are normally who non-fans associate the artist with. So it's like, your fans are crazy. Your fans are crazy. I can't rock with you. I think that that's ridiculous. I think that the artist stands on their own accord, and it has nothing to do with their fan base. Now, their appreciation for their fans is always dope, but I don't think it's right to associate Tom as a grifter because he has a major base that can be grifters. And there's a percentage of Hangover Gang people that I could say, you know, listen, I smelled a Tom MacDonald fart and it didn't smell good. And they would be like, how dare you say that Tom MacDonald's fart doesn't smell
Right.
good? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm
Yes.
unsubbed. And I'm like, dog,
Yeah.
you have to let me be truthful, right? Otherwise, whenever I do a God mode or whenever I do something that I really love,
Yeah.
it means nothing. If I love everything the same, it means, and I was so gracious with the way that I was just so gracious with it on purpose, but I had something that I had to say and I said it. And it's important for me as a reactor and y'all as reactors to be able to be truthful in our reviews. Otherwise, like I said, we're grifters, which that's not what we are. You know what
Right.
I mean? So,
Absolutely.
Grifters, dick riders, there's all kinds of names.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, just recently there was something not long ago. Like, it was an Adam song. Like, anybody and everybody knows I love Adam Calhoun.
Mhm.
Okay, I fucking love Adam, and I didn't care for a song, and I was like, what was that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't really my thing. You know what I mean? Like, I was like,
What was that?
what was that? Like, that's not
What was
really
it? You remember the song? Because I feel like that boy been on fire.
Yeah,
hate that
there's
you
a
stick
song
with
that I really didn't care for in the new album.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it outside?
Tell me later.
No.
Just
Yeah,
tell me
okay.
later. Tell me later.
Yeah,
Tell me later.
yeah,
it's fine.
It's
I
fine.
feel like you've already said it like before.
I
in
have.
something.
I just don't want to.
You don't want to go through the hell again.
Oh no! I know what it is.
Yeah, just not right now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I know what it is.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't like
you know that
every.
one city?
Chicago.
So,
That's where SMG Jimmy's from.
yeah,
That's my
Jimmy's
favorite one.
Jimmy's from there.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I know. Or like people really like Tom
No,
MacDonald.
Scarface, my favorite.
What
one.
is it? Number 7.
Oh, I love number.
I
yes,
hate that
I love
song. Like
Yeah.
I love
everybody-
that song.
I hate that song. I hate that song. I don't like that song. It's just not. It's not
Well,
a for Carol song.
You
Like,
can't like everything. Like,
No.
what are we, like, stack up whoever. Like, Michael Jackson might be the greatest performer artist to ever live, bro. Like, I dislike at least 55 of his songs. You know what I mean? Prince, one of the greatest, most artistic people of all time. I hate a lot of his music. That, like, you're never gonna find an artist where you love everything that they do. My favorite rapper of all time, 50 Cent, has like 5 bad albums in a row. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about, man? We can't. It's insanity to me. It's crazy.
I only really liked one of 50's albums, and I was in love
Well,
with
yeah,
it.
but it was really, really good, right?
Mhm.
Have you heard Boom Bap 101 by Tom?
Yeah, I've
Okay, you
done
did.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, super fire. I
Yeah.
loved it.
A lot of reactors miss that one because it's not like on his YouTube.
Yeah, it was
So
a.
like, you have to search it out. It was a Facebook
and it was so
post.
different. I would love to hear him rap like that again. That was
Yeah.
It was ill. It was super dope.
Yeah.
I was reading some comments. Sorry.
There you good.
Silver said
Uh,
ran over Tom.
Listen, Deb.
Totally
said-
different artist.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Totally
love Ren.
different artist.
Well, and
But-
I'll always like Tom's always gonna be my number one, but I also really love Ren. His lyricism.
That's
is
his number
insane.
one. Silver's favorite is Ren, and
Yeah.
Ren is spectacular. Ren
Yeah,
is
Ren
spectacular.
is
I
in my
think
top
that,
5 for sure.
yeah, I think he's like the greatest artist of our generation in general. I think that Tom is just a different type of animal, man. And if you can
Mhm.
just learn to just appreciate the art for what it is,
Yeah.
I don't.
I think Ren and Tom are like.
I love Ren.
Well, it's almost like
Mhm.
almost looking through a mirror, but like to the opposite side. Like they're both really good, like at vision. Like they
Visuals.
create visions with their lyrics. Like it's
Yeah.
so easy to almost see what they say in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both just so freaking unique. There's no one else quite like them doing what they do, which is why they're, I mean, Tom is always going to be my number one because that's my dog, right? But like Ren,
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love. I've never spoken to him ever. I think he might have commented or like responded to one of my comments once or liked it. I don't know.
Oh, that's
but,
ill.
I know, right? I had a total fangirl moment. But I absolutely love Ren. It's just, he's just being from England and stuff with his story. Like him and Tom have such unique stories and they put that in their music. And I think that's what makes it special.
Bro,
but they're
I
so
will say this.
different to me.
If Ren didn't have that accent, which I could care less about, I actually think it adds to Ren to me. But if Ren didn't have that accent and America really knew Ren, I think that Ren would be like one of them. Like, you know
He'd be
how
huge.
America looks at Drake or Kanye West
Right.
or any of them. I think Ren would be up there. I really
Yeah.
do. He's incredible, man. Super
Yeah.
fire.
There's no one else like him. And he, like, just the way, like, his lyricism is just,
Is like Robin, she said, "I don't like Ren's voice, so I don't listen." That's it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he didn't have that accent, I don't know, man. That boy is a problem creatively,
Yeah.
and so is Tom. I feel the same way about Tom. Like, if
Yeah.
Tom, if Tom would lean into the culture of hip hop more, he would be. If he dropped Bad Mouth and made a video for it right now, I think that hip hop starts having a conversation about him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think that hip hop's already had conversations about Tom.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
yeah,
A different
so-
conversation.
there's
But-
definitely been conversations,
There's
though.
definitely been
Yeah.
conversations.
That's fact.
But like even with like non-political songs, though, Tom has beat these mainstream artists. So
Yeah.
multiple times on the charts. So when it comes to digital sales, guys, I know people are like, it's not
Yeah.
the top 100.
Well, no,
not
that's
digital.
that's the biggest feat, though, man. A lot of people like to use that, like you're saying. A lot of people like to say, "Well, it's not." Bro, digital sales is that's the most successful. Like people don't
It is.
understand that. Like that's how they're
Yeah.
actually making money. So like when he
Right.
was beating Cardi B and Eminem back to back, week after week after week, that was incredibly impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what people don't get though. They make like fun of the digital sales charts, but that's actually, I mean, that's based on pure unit sales, like just straight
Right.
up that. Whereas the Hot 100 incorporates radio play and all of that, which
Yeah,
is why
dog.
like I think Morgan Wallen and what's his Post Malone, they ended up beating Eminem. Like even though Eminem sold more albums, but
Yeah.
like they ended up getting more radio play, so they ended up at like number one instead
Yeah.
of Eminem, even though he sold more, right? So it's like that's why it's so hard. But people have to realize too that Tom has actually made it on the Hot 100 like once or twice, a couple of times, and that's with no radio play. So
Yeah,
that's saying
he's-
something.
He's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
He is. He's dope, bro. It's,
He also got a number
think
one
that-
Billboard for rap producer.
I also think that, you know, despite my taste in music, a lot of people like the sound of Proud to Be a Problem. The Proud to Be a Problem album. That's kind of what this new single sounded like. I think people like
Yeah.
that sound from him. Lean into it. I could care less.
Yeah.
I think good for you, man. If you can bend genres like that, I think that's dope. Of course, I like to rap more. I'm a hip hop head, but you know, you got to lean into what's making you money. It is his job, after all. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he always said too. So Proud to Be a Problem was for him.
Oh,
He made that
Yes.
album for him, you know? And so, and then he said the last two albums, they were for us. You know, they
Yeah.
were for the people that here, you know, this is you wanted hip hop, there it is. You know, we want
Yeah.
rapping Tom. There it is, you know. And he's like, and,
Smoked it.
and he literally was hold my beer, you know, like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you want rapping
Yeah.
Tom here, now you got it.
Here it is.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, and I keep seeing comments like I need Black Eyed Tom right now. I'm like, man, get the album. Get the album.
Yeah, you'll
I
find
mean,
him.
what's the old school joint on the new album? Rock Solid White Boy.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, bro. That second verse, or is it the third verse? I mean, it's
Solid.
incredible. It's incredible. I would do anything
Motherfucker,
if he would
bitch,
release
cunt.
some of these
This is
records.
mixed up. Every single fucking thing you hate that I can think of.
Yeah, but it's so funny because also too, like people, like we sometimes get hate, or they really come at us sometimes for, you know, liking Tom, or someone just finds out that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
Tom fans. We're not even part of. We could be, say, on a live on Triple T, you know what I mean, or something else, and people just want to hate on the fact that we like Tom. And I'm like, and sometimes, you know, people get shocked by it when I'm like, but you know, y'all, like, Tom's like, okay, let me make this very clear, okay? Because Tom is literally one of my favorites people,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Humans.
Not rapper, not one of my favorite people, my humans. Like, I love Tom. And I will always support him, 10 toes down, you know, but he's not my favorite rapper,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, many people know like who my favorite rapper is. It's not really a big secret, but you know, but he's not my favorite rapper. He's one of my favorite artists
Yeah.
because he does
No,
more
I
than
get
you know what I mean. But Adam,
Oh. I was like,
Adam's an animal.
I love Adam, but here's the difference
Adam's
too.
an animal.
It's Adam's delivery. It's the way he's aggressive. It's the way that's what I love about Adam. And I like the way his voice sounds, and I like there's just something about Adam. Now, don't get me started. We'll get this whole thing turn into Adam
I'll
Calhoun.
tell you,
Don't want to do that, but
Adam became my second favorite rapper. Like, I mean, him and Tom are so close, but Tom is just like also like my favorite human being, right? Like that's just like my
Yeah.
homie. But when I saw him live for the first time, when he came up on stage doing his verse to Die Tonight, like I was
Yeah.
so blown away and impressed, and like the emotion in the room was very like electric, even though it wasn't like this massive whatever. It was just like I've been going to live shows and watching like concerts since I was a kid, right? I
Yeah,
went to
me
my
too.
first one when I was like maybe 9, right? And
Yeah.
and I've seen Billy Idol and like REO Speedwagon Sticks, Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, Jamie Foxx,
Damn, legends.
Zero, Little Flip,
Oh, Lil Flip is
well,
crazy, bro.
Queen,
I would've loved that.
Queen, or what was left of them in 2014. A band called Him. Like, I mean, the list goes on, right? Like, I've seen just Avenged Sevenfold and CKY and Taking Back Sunday. I used to go to South by Southwest when I lived in Austin, right? So like
Dope.
I've been seeing live shows for a long time, and like I didn't know all of Adam's songs. Like I'd known like a handful or whatever, but most of the ones that I know from him were of collabs, right? But after that first show, like my playlist is flooded with Adam Calhoun songs now that I hadn't heard before.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know why I didn't react to him like that. I just didn't. But
Just
I
a
tried.
different taste. He's
But
a
when
different taste, honestly.
When he comes out to that song and starts like rapping, and I heard him doing it live and stuff, yo, I was sold. That is one of my favorite, if not my favorite concert I think that I've ever been to. Like out of all of them. Because it was just fire. Especially the last one we went to was like it was so cool.
Watching him bring Gray up. Well, it also like because it wrapped up our night.
And I got to rap with him a little bit.
Yeah, well, but we started the day off like by interviewing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
and
that was that whole progression. Like so, yeah, that was nerve wracking though. First interview in person. Adam Calhoun, the fuck.
Yo, and that was like because I took the laptop. I was trying. We have this little streaming cam. I was like, oh, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this. You know, like. We made it work, but it was like it definitely could have been better. But like before we do in-person interviews on the road again, we're definitely gonna have to upgrade the equipment because that was crazy.
We weren't expecting it in person though.
Like, no, it came up last minute.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't supposed to be that way. Damn it, Calhoun.
I know. I was like, but my promo for him was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was. It was fire. Your promos are always fire.
I love her promos.
Well, and because we released it like further out, so I had time to like put out like a teaser and then like a full trailer and like the whole thing. So that was really for me because I really enjoy doing that stuff. Okay, someone said, what was your idea about the video of Guest in Hip Hop? All right, so it was basically like Tom crashing the Grammys or like an award show kind of thing, and he like starts somewhere and he's like singing, but he like starts singing to the rappers and he gets up on stage and like performs because he's the dopest, right?
It's
like
fire.
It was like it would have been so cool thing. It reminded me of like I guess
Eminem coming into the Grammys.
Yeah, Eminem coming into the Grammys, and he was so controversial at that time too that like not everybody liked him because he was so big and whatever.
Yeah.
So but like to have that moment and Tom coming out would be so cool.
I would like to touch on what Deb said right here too. Like Upchurch doesn't come close and he's lost his mind. That just brought up a good point to me. Talking about the poisonous fans, right? Because if you're not, and you want to, as a fan, you want to be honest, right? And you want to give them respect, the artists in general, respect where it's due, and you want to be honest about how you feel about it. Because what can end up happening ultimately is if fan bases aren't careful, they can honestly lead to the artist's downfall, and sit there with them in their downfall and celebrate it. Right?
Yeah.
And like we're watching that happen with Upchurch, which is why it's important for Hangover Gang, for Stans, for whoever, like the Renegades, whoever. Yeah. If somebody comes out with some art that a few people think is mediocre, you shouldn't cancel them and be the end of the world with them because it's just people being truthful. And that's important. It holds people accountable. It helps hold the artist accountable, right? Because what you ultimately don't want is you don't want that artist to end up making, 10 songs in a row that are mediocre.
Right.
Because you wanted to celebrate the mediocre as greatness, you know?
Right.
So I just think that it's important to, especially as reactors, it's important to be honest. Because you're right. I feel like podcasters are the ones that kind of get wrapped up in hate. It's like they're the haters. And I feel like as reactors, we get wrapped up in that, we're the D riders. So I think it's important to have that balance. It is.
Yeah.
I'm a hater too, though, because I hate Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does it to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to be a fan, so just saying.
Upchurch is playing 5D, 3D chess.
I totally used to be a fan. So
Upchurch is playing checkers.
I came in too late for Upchurch, man. By the time I kicked down the door and started learning about who he was, and see, that's the thing. I talk a lot on my channel about separating the art from the artist, which I can do. I have no problem doing. When Drake drops, I'm gonna listen to it. When Kanye drops, I'm gonna listen to it. When M drops, I'm gonna listen to it, and I can separate the art from the artist. The problem is when the artist is louder and more obnoxious than the art. So if you're Upchurch and I'm new to you and I go and I look at your page and all I see is 500 blogs in a row, I don't have no choice. Like that's my view of you. I'm not going back to, December of 1997 to find your little bit of music that you got. All I
Right.
know that you're doing is this. And that's why I erupted on Adam whenever the whole back and forth really started to take place and Adam started making these videos and I was like, no, bro, rap.
Yeah.
Rap. This is who you are. Oh boy, did he grill him too, man. Oh my God.
It
It was
good.
so good. It was so
It was
good.
good to see Dismiss was my favorite part of I think last year, honestly, because it was just
touch on that,
hilarious to see one come out after the other, and it started with Hard Target though, I think Hard Target dropped first, and then Simple Man dropped right after, and I was like, what the hell is going on? We're like, oh, this dude. We didn't know who Hard Target was at the time, so we're like, man, this dude just
Blasphemy
dropped
was
a diss.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I was at work and I saw it, somebody sent it to me and I was like, oh, what the hell? So I listened to it because I didn't know who the hell this dude was. And then I was so mad at myself because I was like, oh, I should have done a reaction to this. Damn it. But
then you came
we
on.
had
Yeah.
another channel as well, a second channel. And so we went on there and did it.
And then I felt like you're-
comment right here about I agree with you, Nelson, but when the reactors start blatantly hating an artist just because they don't like a song, you should speak appropriately, and that's your right to do so.
Yeah.
That's important, but that's the correct way to go about it, right? It's like if they're speaking ill upon the artist just because of the art that they put out or one song that they put out, you have every right to grill them,
Yeah.
That's why I was so vocal in mine about making sure that people knew that I love Tom. I'm not bleeding on his character. I love his character. I love what he stands for. I just don't resonate with this song. And
Yeah.
I think overall I had, it was fair. I knew that I was going to lose people. I knew that, but it still needed to be done. And I sat on it for 3 days and I talked with my members in our Discord for a while and I was like, I got to do this. You know what I mean? I'm not, because it looks worse if I just skip over a Tom reaction. You know what I mean? It
Especially
looks
when
worse.
you've done them all. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, nah, we're going to do it. And I'm just going to be truthful and I'm going to be respectful. And this is important. As a reactor, I take my craft so serious that I spent literally 2 days thinking about how I didn't rush to it. And I thought to myself, how can I do this in a manner that's respectable to this artist still? And even after doing that, you still have some people that'll, oh, you're just a hater and you hate everything that he does. And I'm like, that's a wild take. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I literally crafted in my brain a way to do this in a way that's palatable
Yeah.
to even the biggest fan. And still, so
I know.
it's
And I even
that's a
said
good
that.
thing she said.
Yeah.
Or he.
And whoever. They.
Yeah,
them.
I don't know if it's, yeah,
They, them.
I don't know if it's male or female.
That's what I messaged you after watching your reaction was that I was like, hey, I love that you could give your criticism or be honest about it, but in respectful way. I didn't get any hate from that. I know how much you love.
I am he.
I am
Right.
he.
I love that.
But yeah, it's people have to realize that it's not everyone is going to like every song that Tom puts out. Even if for me, there's nothing Tom has really put out that I haven't liked. I like some things more than I like others, but I love everything he puts out just to varying degrees. But there's some people who are genuinely just gonna be like, yeah, that's it. That's not mine. That's not it for me, right? But people have to start being respectful of it. Okay, that's cool because I obviously know that Nelson loves Tom.
Right.
You
He
see,
didn't hear
that's
this
how I
one
feel.
song and all of a sudden was like, nah, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
No,
I
dude.
ain't fucking
What
with him
kind of person
anymore.
would I be? Yeah.
Right,
Sorry.
what the hell?
And I feel that way about Kanye. Kanye has never. I feel like I can't think of one song that I don't like. I really can't from Kanye. But
Yeah.
a lot of people hate his past 3 or 4 projects. It just is what it is. It resonates with me. It doesn't resonate with you. Is what it is.
Right.
That doesn't mean that I feel like those people hate him as a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just it's uncontrollable.
I know.
But
I do want to just address a comment that I saw, and I don't remember exactly who said it. But somebody said something about Vlad is the king of glazing Tom.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Silver sky strikes again.
So I'm going to.
Glazer. Capital G. God, dude.
So I'm gonna go ahead and address this just a little bit because Flaud's the homie. So, and Flawed and Tom actually are really good friends, y'all.
Yeah, like
So like understand that. And Flawed used to hate Tom.
oh yeah, that was the
Used
other
to hate
comment.
Tom.
Let me go back down
Yeah.
here.
He
Let
used
me
to
go back
hate
down.
on Tom, and then you watch this like turn of events happen. You watch the one song, and he was just like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on a second." You know what I mean? And so I don't know that that's really
yeah.
true because I mean if that's the case, I don't know. I know that you said that Silver's one of your one of your
Yeah,
friends or
that's my
whatever it
dog.
is. Yeah. So
That's my
they may
dog.
not know us very well because people would also think that we always then glaze Tom, which is that's not the case. You know what I mean? So we
Well,
just happen
he's
to know
a troll,
Tom.
man. He's
Yeah,
a
it's
troll
all
a
right.
little bit. He likes to stir up some controversy, but
It's okay
I
because
did-
he's not being disrespectful, and that's the difference to me.
Yeah.
It's okay to have an opposition, like that's the whole point of things. It's I got distracted now.
Yeah,
pop up a com-
Ashes. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
he said-
that's the comment. Me too,
since
bro.
somebody, yeah,
Oh, that's Vera.
Rap rock,
What up, Vera?
a rap rock album along the lines of No Good Bastards or Ashes would be fire.
Yeah.
Ashes might be
I'm
my
here for it.
favorite, one of my favorite songs from him too. It's got to be top 5. I
It's
was
so good.
shocked. Yeah, it's stupid.
My favorite song by Tom MacDonald's not released.
Really?
Yep.
Yep. My favorite song by Tom MacDonald's not released, and it's not like your certified banger of a song. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
not none of that. My favorite song by Tom MacDonald is "Average Boy."
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I don't think.
Yeah.
we'll
yeah,
have to find a
Is
way.
it not
to-
released? Not released, or like not on YouTube?
It's on an album.
It's not-
Yeah,
it's on an
Oh,
album.
okay.
Not, not
Okay,
on
okay.
YouTube. So
Yeah. So that is my that's my favorite song. Always has
Yeah.
been. I have been begging Tom to make a video to that song. Like
Yeah.
every time I get a chance, I'm like, so how
Yeah.
about that Average Boy video? And like I think I even plugged it in the
Oh
interview.
yeah, I remember you talked about that in the interview. You did.
Mhm.
I knew
I
that
do.
name
I
from somewhere.
always be trying to get him to play that damn suck and do a video for that song.
it's from Renegade, or is it on the
But I
Revolution?
also
It's on one of the two.
I would also
No,
like to say
it's on-
this too, if I can. Oh, go ahead, Lacey. Sorry,
I think it's on
I didn't mean to
Renegade.
cut you off.
It might be on Renegade. Mel, can you look real quick since I know you got your albums nearby, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Renegade, but yeah.
But go ahead.
I also feel like to those like you have to know what you're looking at in terms of reactors as well, right? Like y'all have flagged yourself and become a flagship of Hangover Gang, where it's like this is what we do here, and I respect it. I love it, And I told Lacey I appreciate you, both of you, for embracing me in my beginning stages. But my goal was never to just be a Hangover Gang reactor, right?
Right.
Or even like I like to talk about everything that I like to talk about. And speaking of Flawed, I actually got some advice from him a long time ago that really worked out well for me. And it was when I had about, I don't know, probably 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, and I was like, "Hey man, what do you do like so you're not pigeonholed?" You know what I mean? Because he loves hip hop, like all the way across the board in general, and he talks about all of these different artists. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to talk about everybody. And what I was seeing was like Tom reaction, thousands of views. J. Cole, 20 views. You know what I mean? And it was like, damn. So he was like, what you do is you just quit caring about what people want you to do and do what you want to do. And eventually it takes a long time and there's a lot of ups and downs, but eventually you'll see people that come there for you. And that was important to me. And I'm glad he gave me that advice and I'm glad I took it. But it's important for me to be able to speak on everything that I want to speak on and not just one specific artist or even just the country rap genre or anything in specific. But I think what's dope about that is being able to, I got South African fans that have followed me or J. Cole fans that follow me, and I can, if they'll just click on the video, they will see, oh, that Tom dude is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say all that to say for the fans, if there are any fans in here that like left my channel or unsubscribed or whatever the case may be, I say all that to say you have to think too that I'm talking to an audience that might not know Tom, And that's why it's important for me to hold on to that respect, but to also be honest about what my opinion on the record is.
Right.
And that's what I respect, though, because let me tell you what I don't like to see. Like, if you genuinely discover Tom MacDonald and like him, and you want to go down some deep rabbit hole, and you want to do nothing but Tom MacDonald reactions on your channel until you move on to somebody else, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do. You know,
Yeah.
if that's what you genuinely want to do, then you go ahead and do that. Now, we don't just do Tom MacDonald reactions because we can't. If we did that, then we would never be reacting, because we started reacting after we already knew who Tom MacDonald was.
Yeah.
I discovered Tom MacDonald in 2021. She just, in 2022. Trust me, we already had established, talked to Tom, knew who he was, in his Discord all the time.
Yeah.
Like, long before any channels came about. Okay, so we never got to go down that rabbit hole, as people say, with Tom MacDonald, and then get those Hangover Gang fans come rushing in, and they subscribe to your channel. We didn't get that, so, which is, it's fine, because then a lot of the people that do come, they do come for us.
It's genuine.
And yes, and one of the things I love is, like, we'll be on The Fifth Element, and we have a couple subs that are there all the time, and they're like, hey, it's my favorite two reactors. I love Carol and Lacey, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
They're genuine. You know what I mean? Like, we know we are somebody's favorite. You know,
Right.
and that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be everybody's favorite,
That's
but we
fine.
are somebody's favorite,
Yeah.
And that makes a difference, and it makes a difference to what you produce and how you are. As long as you're genuinely you, and I'm never going to be anything but me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just like the hater earlier. I tried, and I could, like, there it went.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be, you're an asshole, I'm going to call you an asshole. Like, I don't care. So, like, it's just, I can't be anything other than who I am.
Yeah.
And so if we're going to watch a Tom video, there might be some I may be more into than others, but because I support Tom, I'm generally not going to be like, that song fucking blows. Like, what the fuck was that?
No, yeah.
Same thing with Adam. I might be like, that one really wasn't for me,
Not for me.
but sometimes I keep it just that simple. Now, there are other people that I have put to the dirt when I hated their songs, and I wasn't necessarily hating on them, but I couldn't stand it. And I can't say, I can't not be that. This one over here tries to be like a little bit, a little nicer. I like to use the word nicer. I feel like she balances me out, because I'm over here like,
y'all are great
that.
together.
thank
Y'all are great
you.
together.
But I just sometimes I can't,
And
I just
speaking
can't.
on that, a lot of people, I mean, we're talking about the type of fans that, are toxic. Like, there's a lot of Reactor fans that I think are toxic and waiting on, they like fiend for you to just shit on something,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
it, like,
Sonia.
those people are just as toxic as the ones that won't allow you to say anything negative. It's like, all I want to hear is negativity. And it's like, bro, what? I will never be that guy. Not to anybody, especially people that I have either built a relationship with or am in the process of building a relationship with. It's not happening, bro. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to just shit on somebody's character because I didn't like a record. That's crazy, dude.
Yes, and that's the thing, is when they attack the character. That's the part that I have a problem with. You cannot like a song. You cannot like none of his music.
Yeah.
You can hate every single song Tom MacDonald ever put out. The moment you attack his character is when my claws come out. Like, for one, he is one of the most genuine, humble human beings I have ever had the encounter of, like, speaking to, like, one-on-one, talking to. Tom, like, and that's not, for those that want to say, whenever glazing over, because whatever. But it's different when you literally feel this genuine connection. I can message Tom with the problem, and I'm going to get an answer. Okay. That means more to me than any hater that can come at me in a comment, and so then I'm gonna fire back, because one thing you're not going to do is attack a character of a person that I have grown to love and adore. And that is at that point, like, that would be like you attacking Lacey, like, the hell, like, nah, like, it's all boundaries are gone, like, it's all war,
Yeah. And then they got to take into consideration too that you might, even if you felt strongly about not liking something, a lot of people don't take into consideration that you can just say that to them, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
here's my performative, I mean, we're real about it, but like I feel like we still perform to a level whenever we're reacting to something. So
Right.
here's what I'm giving you. And then I might turn around and I might tell Adam, like, hey, bro, not this one. You know what I mean? And it's just, I'm still going to tell you that it wasn't really for me. But if I was going to say something derogatory, I would have to say it directly to him, or I'm
Yeah.
like, what does that make me? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes, you're going to give more of that constructive criticism
Yeah.
to them directly. Because at that point too, for one, you are going to deal with hostile fan base. You are going to, and sometimes you still have to protect your own craft, and again, that's
Facts.
just, you have to think about how you react to something, and so you have to protect your own craft and how you're dealing with it. Or if you want to be more delicate with your words, or, a little more, I always use the word, and because it's a YouTube, right? So you're thinking, okay, it's just a channel, but I try to conduct some kind of, I use the word professionalism, right? With what I'm doing, so I try to remain professional. There's been some reactions we just don't put out because I'm
Right.
because I was too, could have been too harsh, a little mean, and little wolves, I mean, all those things. Because sometimes I can be gruff, and I don't have a filter, and I just, and I say what I want to say.
I'm with you.
I had to learn.
Yeah.
Because
How to
there'll be something.
constructively criticize.
Yes, or there'll be sometimes people want to talk about Ryan, and I'm like, listen, this is a topic I don't fucking want to discuss. I feel like it's been talked about and talked about and fucking talked about. I don't want to talk about it, and that's
Y'all know Adam straight up asked me, he was like, bro, don't do that. You know what I mean? He was like, I hate seeing all of these videos that just keep coming out about Upchurch all the time. Man, he's done, he's finished. Don't do that. And for him, I'm like, yeah, all right. I don't need to. And all I'm doing at that point is, it's important for people to know about it. So don't get me wrong. Like, there's people that do it well, like Triple T, for instance, or Gotcha Man. That's my dog. I love Gotcha Man. He is hilarious.
Gotcha Man's great.
He is so funny. But
Love him.
but if I just start doing it, then I'm just I'm turning my channel. I'm changing my direction, and I'm going towards something that I'm not even passionate about. And that's another thing that I really don't want to do. So I took that into consideration, and I was like, all right, I won't.
Can one of my mods just handle that, please?
What?
This.
Oh, is JCast420 back
Yeah.
in here?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do it from here. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Never
This
mind, I
is
got
the
it.
part where everything
It's fine.
falls apart for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not even I don't want to say it live, actually. I don't know where you're getting this stuff from. It's all right.
Yeah, he's been troublemaker all night. I wish Mel would have been in here earlier. Should have been all over his ass like flies on
I
shit.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, hello. Yeah, I just think that look, he pissed somebody off. See, it's just I get distracted by some of the shit like that. Like, it just pulls my
Long
fucking
Wolves,
attention.
what's up?
So
Sorry.
sometimes I just
Oh, what?
we'll talk
No
later.
comments. Yeah. Who is that?
We can
Real
talk later.
Street Sessions. He's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
a channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just he found Tom like I don't know, maybe three or 4 weeks ago. And
Oh, a newbie.
he's going through his catalog right now.
Hey,
and we're about
all
to
right.
have a conversation with him after
After
this,
this one,
actually.
yeah,
At 8,
yep.
It's a good
8:30.
conversation for you to be a part of, big dog. Good
Yeah.
good stuff. A new channel or just new to Tom?
No, he's a
No, it's a
newer channel.
Yeah, he has a
Salute,
few
bro.
other reactions on there, and then found Tom. I think I want to say it was God mode, just like you actually.
Oh man. I gotta I'll give you a follow,
Wasn't
bro.
it? Yeah.
Yep.
So we're just he's grown really fast though. He's almost to 1K.
Yeah.
So if you're not subscribed
yeah,
to our homeboy Real Street Sessions, go subscribe. Let's get him to 1K.
Yes, and he'll be on, guys, shortly after this.
Yeah. We'll have him on to have a conversation to extend it. We're gonna get
Yeah.
hangover gang hangout part 2.
Yep, part 2.
I just saw it, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
look at that.
Thanks, Nelson.
Making moves.
Yeah, I like your thumbnail here, bro. Thumbnails are hard. That looks good. It's a good thumbnail. All my haters. Well, that song's fire, bro.
Dude,
that's
that song's
another
so
one that's
good.
like
I
political
still
that I
hate
still
it.
think is fire.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does it because I hate politics and music. Period.
I know, but it's like a little
As
bop. Like
the beat is
digestible
so good.
from him. Yeah, dude.
I know the beat is so good, and the hooks are so good. It just sounds good. Like,
and he has
just fun to
become
sing.
enemies with woke people. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like if
yes.
you're woke, you are an enemy of him. And I get it. Like that's what rap is for. You're dissing your enemy. I just don't. I think a lot of people get confused. Like he doesn't hate everybody that's a Democrat. You know what I mean? It's the same conversation that I had with a bunch of people about the devil as a Democrat. I was trying to explain the situation before the Gavin Newsom, like he was like, you know, Gavin Newsom diss or whatever, and I think he just leaned into it. But if you take it for what it is at its word, the devil is a Democrat. Not all Democrats are the devil. You know what I mean? So it's like that people just do too much. Just calm down.
100%.
You know?
Thank you guys for everybody that's subbing up. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you.
Oh.
Hey.
Love
We
that.
got another one.
I don't see that at all, Walter. I
No.
don't see that at all. I mean, you can go talk about, you know, Jack Harlow or something, bro. Not Tom. Tom ain't one. Tom is not trying to steal black art, bro. That is not it. You just got it wrong.
Pull me on the guest. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Go cook me a plate.
Oh,
That's my favorite, bro.
thank you, Viola.
Oh, see, we're just gonna
Look,
be.
we got another. Like, we're not. Why are we talking about Donald Trump? We're talking about Tom MacDonald.
Yeah, nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Wrong Donald.
Why are we getting associated as MAGA people? Because we like, that's another thing that drives me crazy. I'm not MAGA, bro.
Me neither.
I'm not MAGA.
I know.
Me neither.
I'm not
I
even
get it.
conservative. I've been down. I have been like at my core. I've said this in so many videos. I'm like, I'm not a conservative, man. I'm not. I have some conservative views, and I leaned conservative on this last election because it seemed like the left was going super woke in this last election. I'm a Christian and I have some conservative leaning views. That doesn't make me MAGA or conservative, man. It's just where I'm at right now. You know?
Amen, brother.
I'm a fence sitter. I'm a proud fence sitter, baby.
Yeah.
And y'all can
Thank
talk
you.
crazy. You can say that what's everybody saying lately? Like that if you don't pick a team and you're a fence sitter, you're what's wrong with the country. That's fine, bro. I'll just be what's wrong with the country. I'll take it.
It's funny. Tom said the same thing.
ACAL is right. This isn't about right versus wrong. This is about right versus wrong, not left versus right.
It's
Also, Dak said that as well
yeah.
in black and white.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, like it's so funny, like how, because I've always been this central person, and actually, you know, as time, this is where people talk about, this is where like I got distracted by the defined woke.
Yeah.
So you know what woke is, Walter. You wouldn't be asking me.
You.
Am I guessing you are? Yes.
You, bro.
You.
Trust me. You.
You're a lame, is what you are.
Yeah.
You're such a lame.
Yeah. Definitely woke.
Yeah.
The type of person that says that Tom MacDonald is stealing from black culture and
Yeah.
whatever you like, whatever kind of propagandist words you use there,
Yeah.
that means you're woke.
Yeah, pretty much.
That dude's a special brand of fucking lame.
You think you're awake, but you
Name
don't
that
live in
tune.
reality.
Right. Walter, stop being a Karen.
Some of you white folks are such Karens.
Lone Wolves, man, that's my dog.
I love Lone
Yeah.
Wolves. He has been an OG with us.
OG.
OG.
Same.
Yep.
Agreed.
I love him.
I don't do a lot of premieres anymore, man, but I miss seeing all these
Yes.
people in my premiere.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
And we go live a lot. So
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to start doing. I want to start going live a lot more. I need to have y'all on my channel too. I've been planning on going live once a week, but it's just difficult. And then I'll have like, people don't realize like it you know, this stuff wears on you a little bit. So like I'll go home on a Saturday night and I'm like, man, I'd rather just watch TV with my wife and eat But I gotta do it, man. That's where the money's at, honestly.
Yeah.
It's going live, so
No, it's true. And it's like I think I like it because we get to really like engage with the audience more and just like I love
Yes.
having real
Yeah.
conversations and I don't know, it just adds like an element of things.
Yeah, and you
it
know
does.
it was
It
so funny.
does.
Last week we did a live, and we actually had what we called an open panel.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's
so,
fun.
like, and it was regarding, if there's
Ooh.
haters in general, right?
Yep.
Tom haters, us haters, because people hate us because we like Tom. We get all of it. So
Some haters, us haters. I love it.
yeah. So, and we actually did have 2 people come up, and have a conversation with us, and both went well. There was no attacking, and no. It was kept pretty cordial for the most part. I'm more inclined to attack you in a comment, and then but if you're gonna talk some shit in a comment, then come say it to my face. The problem is you're likely not gonna come say it to my face.
Yeah.
Because at that point, now I'm gonna rip you to fucking shreds, right? If you're saying it
Yeah.
to my face, then now, okay, well, good. I'm glad you had a set of balls on you. Now let you put them back in your purse, because I'm gonna, But it went really well, and the one gentleman, we did sub to him, and I really do want to talk to him some more.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were all pretty. They were both. We only had 2 that were willing to show their face, but one was a younger gentleman, and one was probably more, maybe my age ish. But yeah, it was good. I didn't mind it, and we'll definitely do stuff like that again, our open panels.
Yeah,
Where's the link?
Silver's dope to talk to. I don't know if y'all have ever seen like my podcast that I do on a different channel.
I've never
I
seen
have
it.
a liberal dude that I sit down with. I try to do it once a week, but
Right.
it's hard. But Silver is basically a part of that now. So it's like me, Silver, and him, and we 3 different perspectives coming together, just talking about all the different hot topics of the world from
Love that.
different lenses and different perspectives in a constructible manner. It's dope. I enjoy doing it. We just don't do enough. Like, we'll record a video, and Dylan, the liberal guy, takes 2 weeks to put it out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dylan.
Yeah, he did learn something. Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
that.
We kind of like he was like, okay, maybe I misjudged him.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
we
And
did our job.
Yeah. And I always tell people, anybody that ever wants to have a conversation with me about Tom MacDonald. Oh,
Yes. Walter needs to hear hate mail or middle fingers or shut
the fuck up.
and many more to know how Tom feels about his lame ass. 100%.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yep. Would love that. But I definitely I keep reading comments and getting distracted. I have ADHD, I swear to God. I say I don't, but I think I do. Yeah, middle fingers.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know that I remember that song very well.
It's been a long time since I've heard it.
I don't know that I can remember. What album's that off of? Cody, what album is that
I
off of?
couldn't even tell you. I almost want to say No Guts, No Glory, but I don't really remember.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I feel like it's off one of the mixtapes.
I think Walter left.
Yeah.
Woke Walter
Well,
left.
while we wait for him, like I have to go to the little girl's room very, very badly.
Go to the little.
Yeah. I was gonna try and hold it, but I don't think I can.
Tabitha. I don't know if this is the first time I've seen you in the chat or not.
Yeah,
There's my
just a little
girl.
bit.
I just now saw you, my love. I got a stream deck input. Tom singing. Shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that, Mel. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So it's off Ghost Stories. Okay, thank you. That's okay, Robin. I'm glad to see you 2 nights in a row, Robin. Glad you're here.
I'm coming. Give me 2 seconds.
You're fine. Somebody link my old dead channel, laugh out loud. You snuck in on us. I'm gonna have to check out this this podcast, Silver, that you're part of. I want to check that out.
It's so much better. Oh my goodness.
Good thing the potty's not far.
Nope. Hop, skip, jump.
You are all set, bro. Have a good night, man. You too.
Oh yeah. He said I'm black pilled. Beware.
Man, whatever that means, bro. Black pilled. We all got pills now. We all got to be a pill. You're either a blue
Oh,
pill,
sure.
a red pill, a black pill, a white pill.
Oh, he said ghost stories. That must have been what the
Yes.
album was on.
Yeah.
Whatever it was on.
Middle fingers.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon Hart. Yes. Shout out to Brandon. Miss Tabitha said, why am I getting ads?
Her too. Probably that. I'm sure it could monetization probably on or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said, he said, I hate Trump and the left.
Yeah.
Then I must be black pilled as well.
Mm-hmm.
This must be me too. I like it. I'm using it. I'm stealing it.
It's a
Yeah.
thing.
It's now
Yeah,
a thing.
we're just
black
in a
pilled.
we're in a shitty place, man. It's just no getting around it. Like we're in a shitty spot. It's weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. I obviously don't want to,
Heck yeah.
take this down a political path, but there's a lot of crazy shit going on, and it just is what it is. We got to figure it out together, and the issue is that nobody wants to come together to figure it out. They want to shift blame and point fingers, and nobody wants to take accountability. So that's where we're at.
Hey,
My baby, what's up, girl?
what's up? Happy Valentine's Day.
What liberal does she love? Dylan?
Yeah. All right. Sky. What?
Oh, Silver.
Silver Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silver.
He's not a liberal though. Edie, what's up? Can I request some 21 Pilot Heavy Dirty Soul? I feel like I'm on a roll. That's a 21 Pilot fan. I've been doing some 21
Oh.
Pilots lately.
Because I read that as top heavy. I was like big boobs.
Yeah,
What?
Can I
was
get
what-
some top heavy dirty soul?
I was like,
I was confused.
are these song lyrics? I'm not 100% sure what's
I
going
was a
on
little
here.
lost too. I was like, what is
Well,
happening
thank
right
you so
now?
much for that.
I was like, what's happening?
We're all in congruency here that Tom MacDonald is not a grifter.
Absolutely.
No.
That some fans need to start taking accountability and realizing that it's okay for reactors or whoever to not appreciate music the same way that you do.
Right. Absolutely.
Correct.
Right? And what were we supposed to talk about something else? What's up, 2P1?
Hey,
I
bro.
think we were talking. It was mainly those two big topics.
Yeah.
You know, and talking about Nelson's in trouble.
You in trouble because you spelled it with an E. You better spell Lindsay with an A, man. She don't play that E.
I think we covered I think that it does suck. I think either way too. So like we said, reactors versus fans, right?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
sometimes you do have those moments where you have the fans that are stans and every group that they too that's where people accuse Tom MacDonald, if you guys know that, being cult like, right? Hangover Gang being cult like. And same thing with MAGA, blah blah, right? Cult like behavior. Because when you literally put this person on this pedestal so high, and they literally, like you said earlier, a fart, and you say it stinks, and they go fucking flip out. Like, it's the same type of, it's that mentality that this person literally could do absolutely no wrong. And there's no way that they could, possibly have somebody have a different opinion other than them. Their opinion's right. Tom MacDonald's opinion's right. Tom MacDonald, what he said was freaking the gospel. And you get those people. People think that we're those people. We're not those people. But
No.
people think that we're those people.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
And just because we're die-hard Hangover Gang and support Tom 10 toes down, I don't believe that Tom's word is the gospel,
No.
Yeah, no.
And if he's
Absolutely
on
not.
some shit, I'll tell him. Sometimes he'll be in a live, and I'm like, dude, you sound like a dick. What are you doing?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, we've been like, oh damn, Tom, that was
Thomas,
a
that's
harsh.
kind of harsh. Calm down.
But
buddy.
at the end of the day, we know who Tom is as a person, And so the only time
Right.
I'll like, people can have their opinion. I'm not going to sit there and fight with you. But the moment you start attacking Tom's character and you know you're wrong for that, like, then I'm just going to I'll cut ties. Like, I'm just not going to fuck with you anymore. Like, I'm not going to talk trash about you. Like, I'm just not going to fuck with you anymore, period.
And I believe that goes both ways for me, at least. So, like, if I'm going to critique the art and not talk trash about the artist, then I'm also, you know, if the artist is on some BS, I'm not going to say that the art is on some BS. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I believe that those are two separate entities, but when both are great, that's the best that's the best construct. And Tom is that. Tom is a genuine great person who also makes
He's a very
incredible
happy
music.
guy.
Said he's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very happy.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you. Like, you know, it's just like, people should just start being more respectful and like less worried about what other people are doing. Like, why are people who claim to hate Tom so much, follow him so often, know so much about him, and like just obsessively want to tell people how they hate Tom. I hate
That's
Tom.
a weird
He's gay.
place
Tom's
to be,
gay.
Here's
So,
the
like,
thing.
I don't ever do that. I hate Upchurch, but I don't seek out his content. I don't even remember he exists until someone brings him up. Like, I just don't fuck with that person.
Speaking of, with what he's got going on that we were talking about, that's some crazy stuff, man. That's I'm not gonna say it publicly, but that little snapshot that you sent me a little while ago, that is concerning.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
Oh, big time. And
We
that
gonna
was
see.
from back then. So
Yeah.
So
we gonna
my
see.
next-
Good luck to old girl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So something else I want to talk about really quick too. That when it comes to reactors, right? Thinking of two particular ones in mind. So if you like Tom's not political stuff, right?
Yeah.
You usually rock with it, but don't necessarily agree or align with his political views. Then why are you reacting to any song that is political? Because most of his songs are pretty clear
yeah.
that what you're gonna have in the message.
Title
right?
wise. Yeah.
It's
100%.
pretty clear what he's going
Yeah.
to talk about. Now, if he like maybe like bamboozled you and you maybe not realize that it ended up being a political song, but then just don't react. If you already know you're not going to like that or don't want to hear that message, why bother?
Yeah.
Because on the same front that we're talking about, like how fans can be crazy. I think that there's a lot of reactors out here that just profit on hate. You know what I mean? And they're like, I want to play this so I can hate on it, which is weird. It's weird to me, man. But a lot of people, like Michelle's show, for instance, I've had a couple of people tell me that I should try to reach out to him and do something with him, but I'm not a hater like that.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna be. And I think that y'all will agree with me on this, right? When you are listening to music in the car, you might skip something. That's one thing. Like, I ain't feeling that right now. It's next.
I do it all the time.
But when you do this and you put those headphones in and you take your role serious,
Yeah.
you're looking for greatness. It's like, what's great about this that I can relay and relate to so that I can kind of give this message to the public in a way that they'll love it and cherish it. And I'm never gonna, I don't know, it's actually very difficult to just hate something. I could listen to Laffy Taffy right now. Y'all remember Laffy Taffy? If it was my first time listening to it and I'm reacting to it, I'm gonna be looking for the greatness. So I'm gonna, I hate that song. But I might go in there and be like, all right, but I like the snaps and I like the rhythm and I like the flow, because you're gonna be looking for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
2P1 said, if I don't like an artist, I don't react to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
Same
at all.
here. Like if we reacted to one, now here's what I have done. So there was a band that we used to react to on the other channel. And
Oh, yep.
let me tell you what, I got a lot of hate in those comments. So, So, oh my gosh, I can't even think
What's
of
up,
the
Derek?
name of the band. What's the name of the band?
Is the girl band?
I got
yeah.
It
killed
was
for reacting to a band one time. Killed.
So while she tries to think of the name, they're three sisters. They're from Mexico.
Uh-oh.
Mel.
the something. The warning.
The warning. And so we listened to the warning. I was not feeling that at all.
That's true.
And there were so many other people, like the other two ladies, they liked it just fine. I was not feeling that at all. And again, I can't hide my facial expressions.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna, be all fucking, I'm not gonna blow fucking, rainbows and, unicorn farts out my ass to make you feel better about whoever your favorite artist is. I'm not doing that. So I was honest. And so instead of, they had some of the best fans though. Like they had some that really came at me, but they had some of the best fans. Instead of hating me for not liking the music, they were like, well, if you didn't like that one, maybe try this song.
Yeah.
That I respected. And I can't remember if I liked the next one or not, because I remember
you did like
I liked
a couple of
like
them,
and then it was like I didn't like one. You know what I mean? And they were some of them really just hated me for like not liking them. And then there was many of them that were just like, I mean, they were the sweetest people. And then they did the same thing in the comment section. Like this is where I can like compare that to kind of like how Hangover Gang is, right? Most of Hangover Gang is not gonna be like, if they already know like who you are, generally they're not gonna come crazy at you, or they're gonna defend you in the comments to somebody else talking out of turn. So that's exactly what this fan base did with the warning. So there was people talking at me out of turn, other people going in and being like, yo, and they're like, and for one, that they wouldn't appreciate that kind of behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and Tom neither. You know what I mean? Like if somebody has the opposition, that's the whole point of a lot of his music is to create conversation.
Especially when they do it respectfully. Like, it's like there's a difference between just hating on something and being completely disrespectful, and then another thing to say, hey, this isn't for me, or I don't necessarily agree with this, but I still like this artist. Like that's respectful. You know what I mean? Or not even like this artist, but like I can respect the talent. Whatever, right?
And there's different ears. You know what I mean? Like some people are lyrical people. And listen, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to say it. A lot of people that are doing music reactions shouldn't be doing music reactions. I'm just being 100, man, because you got the wrong ears for it. Now, there's, you might be a lyrical person, or you might just be an all-around music person, right? But there's a lot of people that are doing, or you could be like my wife, for instance. She's a sound like a vibe, like. What's the vibe give me? Like the type that can like vibe out to Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? She actually enjoyed that Super Bowl performance. And I was like, okay, cool. But but that's her. She likes it's rhythm. It's what makes her want to dance. It has nothing to do with lyrics. Those type, no offense. Like I love my wife. She shouldn't be a music reactor. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like a lot of people are on that wavelength of like, well, I only care about this. Well, if you're not a music lover, like you dream, eat, sleep, and shit music, you probably shouldn't do this. And that's where we're rolling into a lot of issues with that too, where just too many people are doing this that shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Right.
So
or like if you're like us, we're literally speaking and lyrics came from that. Like literally, we'll talk about something and automatically just spit out lyrics.
Like cool lyrics. We'll
just
say something that like whatever.
Literally comes out lyrics. And because that's what our brain like. Am I the best bar breakdown person? Nah. Am I going to tell you if there was a good punchline? Sure. Am I going to catch a metaphor every once in a while? I absolutely am. Yeah. But here's the thing.
Absolutely am.
But I've always listened to hip hop. Okay. That's primarily what I've listened to. I've listened to a lot of hip hop. I used to listen to a lot of hip hop for necessarily more like sounds, like your wife, right? Yeah. Am I going to dance? Am I going to vibe? Do I like the way they sound? I'm still listening to their voice, so I like the way they sound. Yeah. I didn't always have to relate to the music though, right? Because if I'm listening to 50 Cent, I'm probably not relating to a lot of what he's saying, right? Doesn't mean I don't like 50. You know what I mean? Loved him. So, and I was a big Eminem fan. And when Eminem came out, the reason I was such a big M fan is he said things that were so shocking, but I understood everything. I didn't have to like try to decipher what he was saying. So I was able to just fall in love with this music, and I bought every single Eminem album, followed all the way up until that horrible Relapse album or whichever one was. Anyways, but like there was just nah, and I kind of fell off a little bit with him. And especially when it was so funny is I was one of the same people that had an issue with the whole thing when he said something about Trump supporters. And here's the thing, I hate Trump. And I was like, nah, buddy, but you don't draw a line in the sand like that. Yeah. So I did something very similar with Pink, and I no longer listened to her because of it. Because, you know, and it's just like,
I love Pink.
Yeah, but
but I get it.
So
I know what
it's
you mean.
so hard for me.
Yeah.
You drew a line in the sand. I'm just abiding by what you said. You know, and so
not my fault.
Yeah, like you drew a line. I'm not a big fan of like you saying, "Hey, here's my hard line." That's what you're saying, you know. And that's where I'm like, okay, well, I don't agree with you. And one of the things that she talked about was Roe versus Wade, and I actually agreed with her. That's the thing. But you said it. So now you've put a line in the sand for your fans, and that I just don't respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you guys just miss, like, you know what the difference is? I'll tell you the biggest difference. When we were growing up and we idolized and loved these musicians, artists, rappers, whatever, it was because all we had to go off of was the music.
Right.
You might get an interview in a magazine, you might get an interview on MTV News, whatever, but at the end of the day, you were waiting for that album so that you could figure out what this artist is trying to say to you from the perspective of art. Now, and there was a mystique about these artists. All you got was what was on the albums. So now all of these artists got social media and everything else, and we learned that T.I. is a jackass, and we learned that, like, you know what I'm saying? And then people that we didn't even know was super dope, like Killer Mike, and like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it works for some people, but for a lot of these artists that we loved and cherished, they turned out to just be
dicks,
dumbasses, or jackasses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in M, it's God bless sad. M's heart, bro. M is just not who I thought he was, bro. You know what I mean? And it's just, and 50, speaking of 50, is like 10 times better than the person I thought he was. Like, you never know what you're going to get in that way. So, I don't know. I wish that they would go back to being more mysterious. Like The Weeknd does a really good job of that. Can't wait to hear The Weeknd's next album because I want to hear what he's got to say, and he's not out here blabbermouthing 24/7.
Right.
Yep. Got to respect that. But then if it wasn't for a lot of that stuff, right, that goes on in the internet, and then we wouldn't be where we are. So it's such a catch-22. You know, when it comes to that, like, and then a lot of these indie artists need reactors to push that music because they don't have that machine behind them. And that's how we've been able to discover these great indie artists, you know.
That is facts. That's very true.
Some of my favorite discoveries are Hard Target and Simple Man. I love those guys.
Shout out to the boys.
Yeah, I love those guys. So, you know, it's just, I wouldn't know who they were. Or I honestly probably wouldn't know who Snow the Product is. You know, and there's
She's fire.
She is fire.
Snow is super fire, bro.
You know, and
I've only heard one song, but
we're just now getting into her. So, you know, it's just been, I don't know, just people don't realize that everything kind of comes full circle. And sometimes they say too, and this is a shirt that I want to make for us when we decide to finally do merch. I'm afraid to say it out loud when someone steals my shit in our mind.
Yeah, don't. I've had that happen to me like 3 times. Don't do it.
No.
Yep. That's why I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I want to put it on a shirt.
The first piece of merch you ever had though was I had told somebody that the only thing you're triggering is our algorithm on our other channel.
Love that.
And so that became like a catch or phrase or whatever.
Catchphrase, and we had it on our shirts.
Yeah.
So we'd made some shirts. But...
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. But I'll tell you what I want it to say later. Just not gonna say it out here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely
gatekeeping that shit.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna.
You should.
I can't wait.
As you should. I can't tell you 3 or 4 times for sure where I was like, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna do this. I want to do this, and I said it publicly, and then another came through and took my idea. You know what I mean? But fair is fair. Fair is fair.
We've
you
had
know
that
what
happen,
I mean?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it. That's my fault. You know?
Yeah.
So, but
I get it.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for letting me come up onto the show. And I'm glad that we had this talk. I do think it was important. And I do want to say real quick to all the people in the comments, I appreciate the majority of y'all for being so cordial and cool about this. It's a tough conversation to hear as a super fan. And most of the people that are in our comment sections as reactors are super fans of somebody. So I do want to say that I appreciate y'all for being cool and cordial. But I also want to publicly say in front of however many people are in here that Lacey and Carol, I love y'all. Thank y'all for embracing me in the beginning and, you know, always having my back, even when a lot of Hangover Gang people, you know, wanted to punch me in the face. I appreciate y'all for having my back and just always being cool about it because y'all know me and you know my heart. So I appreciate y'all as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I never try to change somebody's mind on Tom's music. I just want to make them understand that there's a difference between Tom the rapper and Tom the person. And so my job is to never make you like Tom. If you don't like Tom, you don't have to like Tom. But I do want you to understand that, Robert.
That's dope. That's dope.
Hell
That's
yeah.
Good comment. Good comment.
Yes, it is good comment.
W.
That's exactly the whole. That sums up this entire conversation.
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
it really does.
That's perfect.
Yes. But it's just to make sure that you understand that there's more to this guy than what you want to see.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you know, and that you want to judge him solely on this song that you just didn't like. Okay. You don't have to like it. And people can stay in their woke world.
Yep.
I'm sick of the woke.
And Sinner said, hey, Nelson, never wanted to do that to you, but I disagree with you and I'm still sub to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being sub. Listen to me, everybody. I am going to say stuff that you don't agree with. And I'm also going to slip up and I'm going to say stuff sometimes that I might not even mean. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm sitting in front of a camera and I'm wrapped up into a moment. And listen, the crazy thing is sometimes I say something with intent and it comes out something completely different and I piss a lot of people off. Like I've had so many times take it all the way out of underground. Like I've had a few times where I've literally like over Kendrick where I'm like, what did I say one time? And I thought I said it so perfectly. I was like, man, I cooked, you know, I killed that. I had the perfect take. And Kendrick fans were like, how could you say this? You know what I mean? So like, and I was like, no, you took it the wrong way. And that it wasn't how I meant it.
Right.
So a lot of times, like you're going to deal with stuff like that. So I do appreciate you rocking with me and sticking with me anyway. There's a lot of ups and downs here, you know, and we have a lot on our shoulders. Like a lot of people are looking to us as like, I hate to say it like this, but there's a lot of people that look to us in terms of what we do. And they're like, if they like it, I'll like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if they don't like it, I
Then-
feel like I'm not going to like it too.
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's any of you in the comments. I'm just saying that
Right.
there's a lot of people that they might not even comment. That's just they're looking for that specific purpose. Like if Nelson rocks with this, I'm rocking with it. If not, then I'm not. And that's something that I genuinely I'm passionate about because I want to make sure that it's to the best of my ability that I don't lead people the wrong way. That's why even when I don't like something, I do my best to give the most credit I can to it. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to find something, right? You're somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's so funny because when it comes to, we're talking about me not being a bar breakdown person. Sometimes if I hear something and I don't know, like I don't fully understand or I want to know more of what you know, I run to your channel, right?
Yeah,
I'm not a
dope.
big commenter. I'm a liker, but I'm
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
not always a big commenter. And but I always run to see what you have to say because
Yeah.
I'm like, what bar didn't I
thank you.
catch? You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I do run to your channel, so I know that Lacey's
appreciate
better at
that.
commenting than I am. I'm more of a like I was here.
Yeah.
You may not
That's
know I
cool.
was here, but I'm here. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
yeah, because
I try to figure out ways. I guess my biggest thing is I just try to figure out ways to make it relatable to you, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's easy and sometimes it's difficult and sometimes I can't. But I appreciate you. And thank you for those kind words. And I just appreciate y'all to death, man. Since the beginning. Thank y'all.
absolutely 100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I just want to say to like at least Hangover Gang or any fan bases out there, like realize that like when you get aggressive in the comment section or you're like super disrespectful to someone who's disagreeing respectfully, that just makes HOG look bad and it makes Tom look bad. So like, don't embarrass yourself or us that way. Like, we
I love that.
are like, because I mean, like I love that me and Tom see things so similarly. Yeah, I almost glitched out.
That's
there.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so similarly that you know, so it's like I feel like I understand him, getting to know him and stuff, and so I know that, like, you know, there's certain aspects when people are hating and they're being very aggressive and like whatever, it's hard not to respond in the same way. You know, I struggle with that. I fight with a-holes in the comment section all the time. I do. But when somebody when somebody is disagreeing respectfully, I'm totally fine with that. Like, if you just don't like the song, that's great, but they acknowledge that he's talented or whatever, dope. He's no attacking of the character whatsoever. Yeah. You know,
I always like to look at it this way too. Everybody that's out there too, whenever, you know, we talked about, here's how I always look at it. Okay. Would Tom approve of what I'm about to say to you? Yeah. Would he approve? So does he want me to attack or defend? Absolutely. He would be honored that we're defending him. Right. But would he want me to actually attack you?
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, if you wear something Hangover Gang and you are online or you are doing whatever, no matter whether it's direct or indirect, you are a representation of Hangover Gang and Tom MacDonald. You know, so
I agree.
Whether it's direct or indirect, you are still a representation of him.
Yeah.
So
and
you
I
are
take
representing.
That serious.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes,
I do.
You're representing people, wanting people to listen to him. You know, whatever it might be, you're still representing him. If you're an asshole and somebody might be on the fence about Tom, guess what? They might be like, peace out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
We've been here.
Well said.
Yeah. It's
been fun.
Mean, yeah. Oh yeah, it's been fun.
has.
I think we covered a lot of good stuff, and I think it's going to improve just the community in general. So.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate y'all.
Amy.
Thank y'all, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Y'all, we're going to be live at 8:30 or in around 30 minutes with Real Street Sessions.
Yes.
That's Jeremy. So stay tuned, stick around, and we'll be back with some more fun stuff. And he's getting to know Tom. And so we're gonna have a little discussion about it. And he has a really cool story about his own music and how Tom has already impacted him in just a matter of weeks. So that's gonna be an excellent conversation. So join us over there shortly.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Peace out.
I'm good. I ain't worried about what you say. I'm good. Ain't no room for me to share this stage. I am good. You only got one